Sailing out is so cold. Stay a while.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today this is Simrite by P. I'm so happy to have you people once again to this tutorial. Okay, today we are going to make a basic long sleeve. Okay, so this basic long sleeve we are going to make it as simple as possible for beginners. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and like this video, share to family and friends. Please drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Okay, for those who have been subscribing to this channel and following up this channel, I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for your subscriptions and all that. So to begin this tutorial, we are going to first of all create our border line. So this basic sleeve we are going to make is going to be a long sleeve. Okay, so these are the measurements for the basic measurements, for the basic sleeve measurement. Okay, so the required measurements are the armhole depth measurements, that is the armhole circumference divided by 2. Okay, and in this case we can also use our bust to achieve that. Okay, that's why I divide 16 by 2, I'll be having 8 inches. All right, so now my bicep, my elbow measurement, and my wrist measurement, these are the measurements we are going to use to draft this long sleeve. Okay, it's a basic long sleeve anyway. So now the first thing we are going to do, you can see the paper is on fold. I folded the paper into 2. That is the first thing. Okay, so you make sure you fold your paper and you have this straight edge. Okay, then I'm going to create my sleeve head. Okay, so to create my sleeve head, this is, I'm taking 1 inch to create the sleeve head. So that is where I'm going to take all my measurements right now. Can you see? Okay, so having done that, the next measurement I want to take is my cap height. How do I get my cap height? My cap height is taken by this calculation. I have a bust circumference of 39 inches. I'm going to divide this 39 by 12. Then I'm going to add 1 inch to it. Okay, so this gives me 4 inches. Right now I'm going to take the measurement of 4 inches from the sleeve head. I'll come down by 4 inches. To get a straight mark, I will make the mark of 4 inches. So this is my 4 inches. Then I'm going to draw my line. So as I've done this right now, drawn my line, I have my cap. This is my cap height. Okay, and this is my sleeve head. All right, my cap height. So the next thing measurement I want to take now is my bicep height. Remember, I'm taking the vertical measurements of this sleeve. That is the measurement taken right from the armhole to the wrist. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, it's taken from the armhole to the wrist. So now my bicep measurement here is 7 inches. That is the height of my bicep is 7 inches. So I'll place back my tape on the sleeve edge and I'll make a mark of 7 inches. To get a straight line, I'll come back here and make a mark of 7 inches. Then I'm going to draw my line. Okay, so now that I have my line drawn, the next measurement I want to take now is my elbow measurement. This is my elbow measurement. Okay, I have 16 inches there. So I'll also take my tape. I'll also make the mark of 16 inches. Then at that 16 inches, I'll also create a straight line. This is my elbow height. Okay, So now I'm going to place my tape back at the sleeve head. This is my elbow height of 16, and my full sleeve here is 25 inches. So I'll also place my tape to get my full long sleeve. Okay, so now I'll cross my line. I'm done with my vertical measurements now. The next thing I want to do is to put their circumferences. Okay, so right now the first circumference we want to put is the armhole depth circumference. This armhole depth, I want to show you in our basic bodies. Okay, this is the depth of that armhole. That armhole, we took that line that went straight to the shoulder slope. You can see it's 8 inches here. So I'll quickly take this 8 inches and we'll place it on the cap line. Okay, and I'll make a mark of 8 inches. But another way you can get this is by calculation. All right, to calculate that, all you need to do by calculation is to come up with your bust again. Your bust 39 divided by 6 plus 1.5, and you arrive at 8 inches. So whichever way will give you your cap height. Okay, so once I take the measurement of my cap height, I'll make a mark. So if I've made that mark, I'm going to connect this point to the tip of the sleeve. Can you see? I believe you are seeing what I'm doing. So I have it right there. Now, as I've connected the tip of the sleeve, I need to measure again on the cap height, the midpoint of this cap height. I have 8 inches divided by 2, which is 4 inches. So all I need to do is to go up. I'll also make a mark of 4 inches. And I'll quickly take it. Okay, I'll allow these 4 inches to touch this midline. Can you see? It has touched this midline like right now. So at this midline, I'll simply go up. From this point, I'll go up by 0.5. So I will take my measurement of 0.5 inch there. Can you see? Then I'll make my mark. Okay, so at that point, I'm going to use my curve ruler. I'll place my curve rule. Please look at how I'm placing my curve rule. I'm placing this curvy part to touch the tip of this shoulder head and to touch this 0.5. Then I'll make a curve. And I'll simply flip my ruler this way. Please watch as I'm flipping my ruler, and I'll allow it to also touch. Okay, you see it's touching. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. This is not the line. Let me change my marker. Okay, please, I was confused with this point. So I'm taking away this is not part of it right now. So the connection I have here is going to my cap height. Okay, can you see? So I'm changing my pen for you to see. I hope you will not be confused here. Please don't be confused. So I'm using a red marker to correct that error. All right, so you can see the new line there. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come down to the 0 point, and I'll place my curve rule on the 0 point. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing. On the 0 point, I make another mark. Can you see the second mark now? Then I'll flip my ruler, my curve rule, back to that point. Can you see? All right. Okay, so we are done creating the sleeve right now. So the next thing we are going to take is the bicep measurement. The circumference of the bicep, this is the circumferences. The circumference of the bicep here is 15 inches. Okay, taking around your bicep. So I'm going to divide this 15 by 2, and I have 7.5. So I'll quickly place my tape at 7.5, starting right from this edge that I folded. I'll make a mark of 7.5. Now I'll come over to the elbow. My elbow measurement here, you can see the circumference is 13 inches. I'm going to divide 13 inches by 2. and I'll have 6 points, 6 3/4. So I'm going to make a mark of 6 3/4 here. Then coming to the wrists, I have wrist circumference of 9 inches divided by 2, so I have 4.5. So I'm going to quickly place my 4.5. So right now I'm going to connect with my ruler all of these points I divided by 2. Remember, the horizontal measurements are usually divided, okay, either by 2 or by 4, okay, because of where we are working. Can you see how I'm adjusting my ruler to touch all of those points? Okay, then I'll bring it back to my elbow line. Okay, so that is my elbow, sorry, to my, so I'm going to blend up this line. Okay, please don't mind this shape that looks funny here. Okay, so I'll quickly blend it up. Okay, so that's how the shape of the elbow actually is. All right, people, let me just show you what I just did. You remember I had this here, okay? So what I did was to open up my sleeve. I opened it up and I cut off. Okay, so this is what I cut off from this point. Can you see? So I've removed 0.5 inch from the front because the arm at the front is a little bit deeper than the arm at the back. Okay, so that is why I cut off this and I'm discarding it. Okay, so now remember I have 1 inch hem here. So all I did was to fold it in. I folded it in and cut off together. I cut everything together. So at the end of the day, if I'm attaching a lining to my long sleeve, definitely I will use this 1 inch and attach my lining without stress. Okay, there won't be excess, there will not be shortage. Okay, so that is how we come to the end of this basic sleeve. I believe you learned a lot from this sleeve. I want to bring to your notice that there's no seam allowance in this sleeve. Okay, please, when cutting this sleeve, make sure you add your 0.5 seam allowances all through. Okay, so we have our seam allowance only at the wrist. Assuming you are making a long sleeve, we already added 1 inch seam allowance, but for the cuff, the sleeve, everywhere there's no seam. So we are going to add 0.5 inch seam allowance all through. Alright people, that is how we come to the end of this tutorial. You can see to make a basic long sleeve is very simple. Even for those who are starting afresh can make it and attach to any kind of sleeve you want to attach. Okay, all you need to do is to do some manipulations. Okay, you want a cap sleeve, you can cut off from here. You want a bicep, you want your sleeve to be short on the bicep, you cut off from here. You want it at the elbow. If you want it a long sleeve, okay, that's why I made it long, so that you can choose whatever sleeve pattern you want from this basic long sleeve. Okay, so if you find this content helpful, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell, like this video, share to family and friends. Please drop your suggestions and comments on the description box, okay, on the comment section. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.